Hi, I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Chris Kuiper, and let's check in with the fires that are burning in Central California and talk a little about our air quality because of those fires. And we'll start off first with the big fire, the Garnet Fire, which is burning a little bit north of Kings Canyon National Park, a little bit east of Fresno, which again was pretty active today. You can see on this time lapse here, looking at the plume of smoke here from the fire. It was going pretty good earlier in the afternoon, and then toward the evening time it did kind of wind down a little bit. We'll take a look at another time lapse, and again you can see the fire fairly active there for a little while, and then here's your inversion layer, and it takes a lot of heat to punch up above that inversion layer, and there we go, little pyrocumulus cloud doing that. That's showing the fire is really pretty hot burning at that point there, but generally it wants to stay below the inversion layer. But still, pretty active fire going on right now. It's about 32,000 acres has burned, and well, still continues to rage there in eastern Fresno County. Now remember back on Tuesday morning in Central California, we had thunderstorms across the region, and a whole bunch of them just came roaring on through there in the early morning hours. Lots of lightning, not much in the way of rainfall, maybe about 1/10 of an inch of rain fell in Los Banos. That was the wettest spot I could find in the valley. Most places in the valley picked up maybe 1/100 of an inch of rain, so predominantly dry lightning out there. In the peak of fire season, that's a bad combination. That started numerous new fires. The only one that's left here 2 days later is this one, the Salt 14-2 fire burning near Coalinga. And you can see this was also fairly active. And in those 2 days, it's now grown to about 17,000 acres. So it's a pretty significant fire as well. And again, on Thursday afternoon, also fairly active there, burning in a little bit less vegetation out there, but still something to burn. And it certainly was doing that. You see a long distance shot here of the fire, and well, anyway, it was burning pretty good in the afternoon time. Now let's take a look at the satellite picture here, and you can see the two fires that we have. Here is the Garnet Fire burning east of Fresno. Here's the Salt 14-2 fire burning, well, near Coalinga, and both of those putting out smoke, although you can see the Garnet Fire is the predominantly large smoke maker. The Salt 14-2 fire does put out some smoke in the afternoon, but the big smoke maker is still the Garnet Fire, which in the morning time, the plume was pushing right down into the valley. We had a bit of an onshore wind develop in the afternoon, not a long-lasting one, but long enough to push the plume for a while on out of the valley. I think we will continue to see that trend going forward here, and we will continue to see more of an onshore wind coming in the next few days, which is going to continue to flush a lot of the smoke on out of the valley. Not all of it, but at least enough that we'll start to get a little bit improvement in our air quality, and that's reflected in air quality forecast for Friday. Believe it or not, this is a nice improvement upon what we had out there Thursday. Friday, we're looking at moderate air quality for most areas in the San Joaquin Valley, except for Fresno County, which is still in the unhealthy for sensitive lung types range. And of course, sensitive lung types are folks with asthma or COPD or some other respiratory issue. And if you find yourself in that group, just limit your outdoor exertion, of course. Finally, again, things looking better as far as our air quality goes. So that's good news as we get into the weekend. A lot of folks had questions about some of the high school football games Friday night, and will the air quality allow it? It looks like now the air quality will improve enough that we should be able to squeeze those high school football games in Friday night.